I have fallen in love with matcha tea, and for many reasons. Coffee makes me feel jittery. It gives me that spike in energy, but then I get a dip afterwards. Green tea and matcha tea do not have that effect. They have a slow release of energy, so they give you moderate energy, but is sustained for longer periods of time. It also has L-theanine, which actually calms your body down, so it doesn't cause that jittery feeling that you get with coffee and like high caffeine food. It's actually one of the highest foods in antioxidant content because this is raw green leaf tea. So it hasn't been processed, the antioxidants are all intact, and it's a beautiful way to kind of start off your day. I would also say that when I try to go a few days without matcha, I do not get headaches, I do not feel like I'm addicted or dependent on it, like how you do with coffee. And so I would say that matcha is a gentler way to boost your energy than drinking, black coffee or even black tea. It also doesn't cause acidity in the body like coffee. So if your stomach tends to get upset from coffee, you're probably going to be okay with matcha. Now, I've tried multiple types of matcha and I've learned that ceremonial matcha tastes so much better than the regular matcha. So that's one thing to look for when you're ordering your matcha. In the comments below this video, in the description below this video, I have this brand of matcha that I've been buying lately. And the reason why I picked this brand is because it is ceremonial matcha, but also the price is really reasonable because there's a lot of overpriced matcha, and I tend to try and stay away from those. But I wanted to show you how I do my matcha, and I actually have different ways that I do it. Some are harder and some take more time, but I've kind of managed to find my sweet spot, or like how I like it. So I like my matcha as a frothed latte. So I like it to give me that effect of like frothed milk on the top, as if I'm drinking a cappuccino, for example. But I also do it dairy free. So I use almond milk, and my favorite brand for frothing milk for matcha is actually Simple Truth. It is sold in QFC and Fred Meyer, where I live in Washington State. I'm pretty sure there are so many other brands that will work as well. This just has been my favorite brand so far. So here's what I do. I will start by putting a teaspoon of matcha. I'm actually at the end of my bottle, so I'm gonna start with a teaspoon of matcha. And one of the very important things to do, matcha tends to clump really, really easily. So I've learned that one of the things that would actually eliminate the clumping is making sure you kind of remove the clumps before you put any liquid. So this is like a matcha bamboo thingy. You're gonna find it on Amazon as well. And before I put any liquid, I just kind of mush the matcha a little bit. And that's gonna eliminate so much hassle later, because in the beginning, I would actually drink the matcha and I would find so many clumps inside. The second thing I do is I put vanilla flavor, and this is a natural water extracted vanilla flavor. This is absolutely one of my favorite ways to add vanilla, because if you can smell it, this just smells amazing, but it's still a natural flavor. It's not an artificially made flavor. It's water extracted from vanilla. You're also gonna find it on my Amazon store, which I'm gonna leave in the comments below. So I'm gonna add this vanilla, and then I'm gonna mix it again. Now here, there are different ways. I can actually put some hot water here and blend the matcha separately and then add it to the milk, or you can actually put it directly in your milk and froth it with this frother right away in your milk. All of these methods work as long as you actually remove all the clumps before starting. So if you want to only get 1 cup messy, you can do this. You can just do everything in here. This is actually warm almond milk. The only thing I suggest is if you're planning to do this directly in your cup, this frother actually makes a huge mess. So you want to make sure you have a bigger cup than this, because you want to have space for the matcha to flow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the matcha first here, and then I'm going to add it to the warm milk, just because I don't want to cause a mess. So I'm just gonna froth it up here until there are no clumps. In the beginning, I used to only use this bamboo thing, but actually I realized that this frother works amazing for the matcha. Okay, at this point, I want to put a few drops of pure monk fruit. I do not use sugar alcohols or xylitol. This is pure monk fruit drops. And again, you can find it in my Amazon store, which I will link below. And I add 6 drops of monk fruit. And then I'll add it here. And this is already pre-warmed almond milk. So this is already warm. Oops. And I'm gonna give it another froth here. I just love frothed milk, so that's why I gave it another froth, just so that it's kind of like creamy and frothy. Here it is, delicious matcha. Enjoy.